You're not being detained.
So am I free to go?
And by all means, if you do leave, it does mean that we would be able to use powers to arrest you.
Welcome to the Audit Assessor. Over here, we break down encounters between the public and the police. We examine the law, the conduct, and the context so you know your rights, their responsibilities, and where the line is drawn. This episode is brought to us by Pine News. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor Pinocchi is filming outside a police station. When officers approach him, they're already speaking as if something has happened, except nothing has. There's no complaint read out. No offense was explained, just straight into demands for his details. When he asks what power they're using, the answers don't land. Instead of clarity, it's pressure. Instead of legislation, it's attitude. The situation escalates to threats of arrest. Yet the basic question, under what law, never seems to get a straight response. And that's where this one starts to get uncomfortable.
What?
Can I take your details?
Am I obliged to?
Well, obviously with the current climate, and you're acting a bit strangely filming a police station.
No, I just told you what I'm doing. Photography's not a crime. I'm sat here, I'm waiting to get some pictures of a police car going in and out of the police station to finish off a story that I've been working on.
Yeah,
So I'm not obliged to give you my details because I haven't broken any laws.
do you mind not putting that in my face?
Well, it's not in your face and you came up to me, so...
Yeah, because you're filming a police station.
Well, that's not against the law though, is it?
No, but it's suspicious, strange behaviour.
It's quite suspicious.
No, I don't think it is. And terrorism or current climate has nothing to do with it. Terrorism in Waterlooville, I don't think so.
It can happen anywhere, and it would cause us concern that you're sat here constantly filming a police station.
Well, why are you saying constantly?
Because
I've been sat here for 20 minutes waiting for a car to come round the corner to go into the police station, which is what I wanted to capture.
Which we did.
Yeah.
So once that happened, I'd expect you to stop.
Yeah, you continue to film.
Because you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
And left. If that was
because you got out of the car and then you started walking over here.
The first words out of their mouths aren't questions. They're demands. They make no attempt to establish context or clarify what is actually wrong, instead focusing directly on personal information, as if a camera automatically triggers suspicion. Labeling filming as strange doesn't convert it into criminal conduct. It's a subjective reaction, not a legal threshold. When they lean on the current climate to justify digging for his details, that's where it falls apart. A broad reference to global tensions doesn't create grounds in a specific moment. If recording a public building were inherently tied to terrorism, it would be unlawful across the board. And it isn't.
Now you just turned yours on.
Mine's on already.
Alright, well that's fine. Well, that's fine. You're recording me and I'm recording you. But I'm not obliged to give you my details because I haven't broken any laws. Okay? And being suspicious is not a crime either.
You can appreciate though, given the current climate and terrorism being an issue, you are sat here.
There's no terrorism in Waterlooville. Yeah. Oh, and understand why you come over to speak to me, but coming over and like, oh, we'll get your details, blah blah blah, I'm not obliged to do that.
Obviously, I'm engaging in a conversation with you.
Yeah. And I told you what I was.
I'm PC Morris.
I told you what I was doing.
Waterlooville Police Station. All I asked was for your details. You could introduce yourself.
I explained to you what I was doing.
And I understand that. All I asked was for your details, for your name.
No, you don't need my name.
No?
No, because
okay,
you
fine.
stick it in your computer and it stays there forever.
It's not that it was honestly from me to engage in a conversation with you. Appreciate it if you didn't. Obviously,
I've just spoken to my sergeant as well.
Yeah.
Under the Terrorism Act, with the current climate as severe and the way you're acting, I will need your details.
Reframing it as a friendly introduction doesn't line up with the body language. Notebook open, pen ready. Straight to personal information before anything resembling a greeting. That isn't how you start a normal conversation. That's how you start recording someone. The explanation feels like it was built after the fact to soften how it looked on camera. Then it gets worse. Instead of grounding the interaction in something tangible, the other officer disappears to consult a sergeant and returns armed with the suggestion of using terrorism legislation. That leap is telling. When frontline officers can't articulate a clear basis, escalation becomes the fallback. And if a supervising officer is willing to greenlight that stretch, it points to a deeper issue.
So please provide me
I'm not obliged to give you my details because I haven't broken the law.
Recording equipment if you are filming the police station under the current climate severe. Okay.
It is an
That's not.
And
No, it's not. That's
anyone watching
You're not
your
providing
videos.
you can't seize my
Anyone
equipment.
watching your videos that you are currently, say, you're live streaming,
Yeah.
will probably agree that under terrorism at the moment, with the risk as it is.
Now this is live streaming, because if you take my phone, it's not on my
I'm
phone.
explaining to you. Yeah, I'm explaining to you the reasons why I'm speaking to you, and all I am requesting for is your details. I'm not going to.
I'm not obliged to get. I've not broken no
If you
laws.
don't give us your details, it gives us grounds to arrest. It's
No, it's not.
to
No,
arrest
it's not. That's
Failure
unlawful
to give
arrest.
failure to give
No,
name
that
and
is
address.
unlawful arrest.
Failure to give a name
I've
and
not broken
address.
no laws, so that would be an unlawful arrest.
Under the Terrorism Act, I'm requiring your name and address because of your behaviour.
The Terrorism
while filming
Act.
a police-
The logic flips on its head at this point. Instead of identifying a lawful basis first, they suggest that not handing over details somehow creates the offense itself. That isn't how arrest powers function. A refusal doesn't magically generate grounds. The grounds have to exist independently. The idea that recording equipment can simply be taken because someone won't provide a name shows a serious misunderstanding of seizure powers, which require clear statutory authority and necessity, not irritation. And when the notebook reappears yet again, it becomes obvious what the priority has been all along. The focus isn't on an identifiable crime. It's on filling in a line on a page.
I've actually got written permission to sit here and do this.
Right, well, why didn't you tell us that? Can you show us that, please?
Where's your written permission? It's
That's not a public place.
police station. A police station's not a public place.
Well, it's still paid for by the public, isn't it?
It's not a public place though. Under the
Well,
definition of
where
a
I am
public
is a
place.
where I am is a public
Yeah,
place,
you're right there.
and I'm allowed to film anything I can see from a public place.
Within reason, but if your actions go beyond that and are suspicious...
Well, my actions aren't gone beyond that. I've told you
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing. It's to finish off the end of my social experiment blog that I was making.
Well, you're still filming now, so it's...
I'm filming now for my own protection.
Protection from what?
From you. You're standing there threatening to arrest me under terrorism.
No, I'm asking for your
We
name
asked for
and
your
details.
and which I'm not obliged to give you unless I've been arrested for a crime.
I don't feel like we've given you any cause for concern about our behaviour.
Well, he's threatening to arrest me under the
He's not
Terrorism
threatening
Act,
to
which you couldn't
arrest
even
you.
quote to me.
He's not threatening
I'm not going to quote every part of the law.
You're telling me,
I don't
but by me
memorise
not giving you my
your word for word.
details,
That's not my job.
you told me me not giving you my details is an arrestable offence, which it isn't.
It says a lot that Pinocchi is the one producing written legislation, while the officers rely on memory and assumption. When he hands them the wording, that should be the moment the conversation resets. Facts on paper remove the guesswork. Instead, one officer tries to redefine the setting entirely by claiming the station isn't a public place. Whether a building is funded by taxpayers isn't even the key issue here. The decisive point is location, and Pinocchi is positioned on publicly accessible ground. That distinction matters. If he's lawfully present where the public can stand, the attempt to blur boundaries doesn't hold. Then comes the remark that quoting the law isn't his job. That line gives the whole dynamic away. If you're invoking statutory powers, understanding and articulating them absolutely is part of the job.
Which it isn't.
Which is what you've just disclosed to
I
us.
am perfectly entitled to sit here and film a police station from a public space. In fact, I can even give you the law on photography. There you go.
It says that you do not need a permit to film or
No,
photograph
I don't.
in a public place. It doesn't say anything about filming or taking photographs from a place that isn't public. Photography on private land is not restricted if the landowner has given permission.
I'm on public land.
Yeah, but what we're
But I
talking
can
about
still
is the fact that you're
I
filming
can-
the police station, which is not
From
your house.
that's
Someone
not
else
a house though, is it?
No, but it's not a public place.
Yeah, but if someone wants to stand outside my house in the public and film it, they're allowed to do that by law.
No,
There is no law that's there's no law. No, there's not.
Right.
No, there's not.
After there's permission from one of the bosses in
I don't need permission to film
So-
the police station from a public
No, as I
space.
said, my suspicions are about your behaviour. It's all very strange.
What's suspicious about my behaviour?
You're
Do you
not
think
talking
I'm a
to me normally.
terrorist?
You're not talking to me
Have I got
normally.
any bombs in my
You're
bag?
quite defensive about the fact that
Yes, because you've come over here to stop
There's preparation.
me.
We asked you if
You're
you could
trying to
engage
stop
in
me from
conversation.
filming.
Her response misses the point entirely. The absence of a sentence explicitly allowing filming doesn't create a prohibition. That isn't how the law operates. In public, you're generally free to record what you can lawfully see, unless a specific restriction applies. There's no blanket rule banning the act of pointing a camera at a building simply because someone inside dislikes it. When that angle falls apart, the focus shifts to his behavior, as though asserting rights or asking for clarity somehow transforms lawful activity into suspicion. Being firm isn't an offense. Asking questions is an obstruction. Reframing composure as defensiveness is just another attempt to stretch discomfort into justification.